Have you ever met somebody in your life and you knew this man is going to be the death of me? This woman is going to be the death of me. But you and I still plunged. You and I, instead of running the other way, we said, let's give it a shot. And the little sound, the little intuition inside our mind, our heart, that told us, this is going to be your end. And today you and I are living that truth. Today, you and I, looking back, realize that gut feeling when that man first spoke to me, that gut feeling when that woman first spoke to you, that man spoke to you, you knew how much of excited, how much of butterflies you were feeling within that first date, whatever it may be. You knew that this man is demonic. This woman is demonic. These people are dark. And you know, I'm going to be suffering. I'm going to be losing my mind, my spirit, my soul. But you and I have been in situations where we get involved with the man, right? We get involved with the woman. I'm talking about people who are always getting into relationships with an honest state of mind. And you and I usually have attracted fuck boys and fuck girls. Modern term is playette, because they like to be called and, they like to be addressed like that. But in my opinion, players and playettes are just broken children who were abandoned by their parents, their folks, their friends, their lovers. So they bleed on others. And these abandoned children, they've always been dark. They didn't care who they had to strike down to go ahead in life. And our spirit is yelling, run. That voice inside us is so intense that every good experience that we have with these people, because these people are faking it, right? They love bomb you so that they can control you. But there comes a point where this player, this playette is grooming you. This player, this playette is grooming you according to what his mother is saying to him, what their siblings are saying to them, what their father is saying to them, what their ex-ho is saying to them, what their new is saying to them. Because one thing I can tell you, as a man or a woman, they always will have options. And to a point where it is so insulting, where every negative emotion that we share between us, there's nothing private about the relationship, right? And how dare a player makes a propaganda of yours and my vulnerable emotions to his folks, to her folks. To a point where now our life, our private emotions that we share, our pillow talks that we make with our partner, because we are calling them our partner. So while you and I are planning weddings and kids in our head and discussing this with the man, with the woman, the same man, the same woman is laughing at our expense, talking to their friends, while pillow talking with his numerous whores and his exes, to her numerous whores and exes, while she's sucking him off, he's sucking her off. Talking about us. So even when they're having sex, they're discussing us. That's embarrassing. But at the end of the day, how dare somebody makes a joke of our emotions? How dare somebody makes a joke of our vulnerability that we don't share with no fucking buddy, but we share with this player and this player? Because players and playettes are master manipulators, and they can really show off as alpha male, alpha female. And it always almost starts with them being the perfect macho man, amazing woman. They make sure that they're grooming you every step of the way, while they're communicating with you, while you're going out and making memories, because it always starts with a high. And the high is so high, and they play innocent so well that our angel itself, while we have a dark side, they don't see that, because players are arrogant, ignorant, dumb fucks. And they think that everything revolves around their dick, their vagina, and that's enough, and their looks. Because they're all about the aesthetics, right? They're all about how she looks with me, how he looks with me. But the reason why you and I are different from all the other hoes and this man, this woman dates, is because we are probably simplistic in our energy. Not how you look or how you look, but in our energy. And I have always asked God, why do players go for a simplistic woman like you and I? For a simplistic man like you and I, when they can have all the random street dudes pretending And I don't know how they work, right? There's a player and a player will always go together. They are meant for each other. But now I realize the reason why they come around us is, of course, these are demonic fucking souls. These are demon fucking children. And we see their darkness. And when I look back, I've told somebody like, I love all shades of you. And it was the biggest mistake of my life, because the moment I said that to this man, he knew he had me in his control. And the way he's abused me, physical abuse. The moment your relationship reaches physical abuse by a player or a player, you know that you're done. You're done for. And this is the death of you, beginning of the death of you internally. It starts emotionally. It starts spiritually. And of course, it starts sexually. And sexual abuse can also be sexual rejection. But like little by little, they start killing you every day. And when this player of a man or a woman sees that you are dying little by little every day to save the relationship, you're dying little by little to save him, to save her. While you're losing your job, you're bringing him a job. While you're losing your money, you're bringing him money. While you're losing your health, you're giving him health. Begging for everything. Begging for basic things in a relationship that you as a man, you as a woman deserve. Flip the sexes, okay? And we keep on going, thinking, no, somebody's going to realize, someday she's going to realize, but they still don't let us go. And they don't let us go. We think that, oh, maybe he wants me around, she wants me around, she'll come around, he'll come around. They're trying, they've had a really fucked up family. They've had an abandonment issue in their past. So what about you and I? What about your issues? One thing I can tell you, the reason why you handle this player so differently, you handle this playette so differently, is because you have been through abuse, you have been through your own issues, while this man is actively abusing you, while this woman is actively abusing you, while you're still on his dick, while you're still on her vagina, begging. And they eat it up, they love it. And then they go and tell their folks, oh my God, she's doing this, oh my God, he's doing that, while he's fucking another laying in the same spot that you are laying at. Another dude is laying at the same spot that you're laying at, and he has no remorse. She has no remorse, but instead they laugh at your expense. They're like, look what she'll do for me. Look what she'll do for me. So I'm just going for groceries while he's texting her, okay, I'm going to be here in 20 minutes. Keep your legs apart from me while I pick a fight with her. And suddenly he's picking a fight with you so that he can get an excuse to leave the house to go and come back. Flip the sexes. She's picking a fight with you while she can go and her dude and come back to you, and then throw her weight around you, throw his weight around you, still acting all arrogant, while you are begging and trying to fix the issue and understand, like, what happened, babe? Why you in a mood? As a man or a woman, you're being all nice and proper, and this woman sees that you coming off so calm. They almost forget to a point where they think that, oh, this woman loves me so much, this man loves me so much. They're so digmatized, they're so pussytized, or whatever the word. They think we can be okay with any kind of treatment. We go to a point where we don't recognize our own self to the lowest of the lowest level. And therefore, I said there'll be one relationship in your life. You and I have dated many players and players, and therefore we are able to decode them so well today. And those are the people I'm fucking talking to. Or you and I have been that once, but we've never hurt nobody. Because when we played, but when we're serious, we're fucking serious. But we know how these players work, because how brittle and broken they are. Their ego is like a thin sheet of glass. You touch it and it's done, broken. To a point where I've been in such bad situations with my last relationship where he actually made me pick clothes for him, lying to me that he is going for a job meeting that I brought him while I lost my job. But he was actually going on a date and traveling with the girl. And the audacity of the man to even show me, oh, these are the clothes and the blazers I'm wearing. In a way, now I see that he's mocking me, he's insulting me. Inside his mind, he's laughing at me like, this thinks I'm going for a work trip and I'm actually going for a sex trip with a girl. To a point where, like I said in my previous videos, I had seen 2 wine glasses that night. But I was so broken. I just saw everything and I allowed everything, and I just said, God, you handle it. But someday I'm going to leave this man for sure. And going to the airport at 5 a.m., which I paid for because he couldn't afford a trip to the airport. And I joined my hands and I begged him, let's work on this relationship, because I think deep inside I knew that this was not a work trip. That voice inside my head was so loud, this is not a work trip. But it was not a work trip, and After that, he suddenly said, I'm not going to be available on weekends. He went somewhere on the trip, the work trip, and then he called me in the morning where I knew there was a woman in the room with him, to a point where when he came back and I said, do you want to get together and do something? You're back. And he said, we were already going through something, but it was never fully, he never gave me closure. He ghosted me anyways. But when he ghosted me, I didn't have my mental right. I didn't have my physical right. I thought I was the ugliest woman in the world. He had rejected me sexually fully over and baby mamas. And the worst is, I was the nicest to him when I actively knew all this is going on. You know how difficult it is to still be nice to somebody who's actively betraying you, who's actively hurting you, because you still somewhere have faith in this relationship, because I actually thought this was my soulmate, but he was a karmic fucking twin. And I want to take back every word I've said to him of like, you're my soulmate, you're my twin flame, I just want you to be happy, because I don't. And I actually hate the fact that God ever introduced me to him. But you know what? He murdered me. He killed that version of me, because I don't exist anymore. And my world stopped for 3-4 years, where everybody else attacked me, from his family to his friends to my dirty, ugly ex-friends, ex-one-night stand whore who got with those friends 6 years ago again. But more so is like, why did his family attack me? Why did his whores attack me for the past 5 years till date? I don't even know if he was married at this point. But if it's his ex-wife, ex-baby mama, whoever the fuck it is. Why? And even you. Because why are you still being victim for dating a player? Because yes, you made that mistake of dating a player, but you still let the player go. Yes, you were fighting for the relationship like anybody else would, because you believed in a player in spite of everything. But one person in a relationship will always know what the person is up to if you have any relationship to God and if you have God's hand on you. If you both are players, then I'm not talking to you. If one of you is a righteous man or righteous woman, you will know what the other is up to and follow that fucking voice. Because when I called that man going back, asking him to meet, I literally heard another woman cackling because he put the phone on loudspeaker. He had conversations recorded so that his folks could hear. He thinks I don't know. He had people on conference calls with me. And in these calls, of course, I was vulnerable. Because I always silenced my fucking intuition when I knew shady, this. And I always knew before what was going to happen. I always knew that he was going to get another pregnant, which I really think he has, because the way he ghosted me overnight, and he just came one day and you know, these players act all hoity-toity when they leave a godly man or woman like you and I, because we don't match their aesthetic. But when they find another player who is worse of a demon than him, than her, who have a dark soul, there's instant gratification, there's lust, there's seduction. He can't wait to tear her blouse off. She can't wait to tear his pants off. And when they start doing their dirt, while they're actively with you, they're only keeping you around for the emotional support, because they just don't get that emotional fulfillment. Because these are broken children, like I said. And when they discuss their issues, they just look for a therapist. Because why? A man, a woman have no emotional depth. The girl that he's sleeping with may have no gag reflex. Whatever male version that would be. But at the end of the day, when it comes to emotional support, when it comes to feeling at ease, when it comes to putting their soul at rest, it's you. And it's you who puts her to bed in peace at night, who puts him to bed at peace at night. And that's the only reason why the selfish player or player still has you around, still has me around. And you and I are way too stubborn to see that, because as soon as this person gives us breadcrumbs, as soon as this person comes for any emotional support to us, we feel like, okay, he still wants me, she still wants me. But the only reason why she or he is keeping you around is because they want an emotional therapist. And in my case, and I know many men and women can relate, this man wanted a unpaid servant who would cook, who would clean his kitchen, who would wash his dishes, who will sweep. And at the end of the day, he would turn his back around and sleep like this, like I'm some untouchable hoe. And I should not sleep all night. And he was okay with it. I should not sleep all day. I told him one day, like, I'm feeling like I'm going to faint or something. And he was like, oh, okay. We were at the gym. And it's just, I mean, of course, speaking on it helps me. I don't give a fuck about this man, but the ill treatment that I've been through, I don't think I can ever get over it in my entire fucking life. Is that I ever allowed a Tom, Dick, Harry of a fucking player to treat me this way? You know, and even you. I mean, you have ended up being. You don't cook for yourself, but you're cooking for this man, this woman, day in, day out. You're cleaning his apartment, cleaning her apartment. You're paying for her, you're paying for him. When in reality, he's laughing on your expense, laughing at my expense. To a point where you and I come to a realization that this person is way more committed to the that he's dating on the side, to the man she's dating on the side. To a point where they start rejecting us sexually because they want to be committed to that woman, to that man. And that of a man or a woman who's coming off all angelic because she or he is trying to actually be us. So at the end of the day, he's leaving us for a version of us. She's leaving you for a version of you. Because that person is coming off in all their bells and whistles. Because when you're real, there'll be mistakes. But when you're faking, everything is going to be perfect. So they're going to be 10% better than you, 100% better than you. But it's a version of you. But fake people will always go for fake people. A player is a fake motherfucker. He's a broken child who was never loved by his mother, who was never loved by his father, who was never accepted by his siblings. Flip the sexes. So he takes it all on you. Who hates the fact that his call-it sweetheart married another man. To a point where this man's call-it sweetheart, who he was desperate for, he's still desperate for. She came all the way from London, UK to wherever I am today. Or maybe, I don't know if it's the same woman that his mother sent, because his mother hated me. He definitely wants him to be attached to her because she can eat his money up. Without even knowing me, this mother has done black magic on me, tried to kill me off. She's a demon. She's a demon. She's Lucifer's wife. At the end of the day, she sends a woman, either it's this woman or some other woman with food. I don't know what black magic, what potion, what poison she put in that food. The man switched on me overnight. But when this babe came, he went on a dinner, lunch, something with her, just as a friendly meet. And I was very chill as a girl. I said, okay, babe, do whatever you want. I believed him blindly, like I mentally started like self of me. And then when he came back, he was like, I like this, I like that, fix this. And he was obsessed with her name in his mouth. And he thought that I am a dumb f***, right? Because I'm so naive. I just let everything go with him. Everything. To a point where he's like, what do you think about dating baby mamas, single mom? Do you think divorcees should date each other? And I thought we were just having normal conversations. I was like, nah, I don't know. Like, this is what my thoughts are. I feel like, a single man, a baby mama would understand a baby daddy who's single way better than a single person because you don't know the dynamic. Whatever the f*** maybe, but little did I understand, he's having these conversations while he's planning his exit with me to get with her. He's speaking to me like I'm some bro, and how she got with somebody else, but he was so interested in her back in college and school. And today when I look back, I was like, how the f*** did I not see? Why would the f*** was I so dumb? Because in that moment I knew that this man is going to walk out on me and they probably are actively best believe players and playettes will always go and tell their folks, watch how I get him in my control, watch how I get her in my control. And if it's a lingering on the outside, man or woman, as soon as she sees a woman that she's insecure about or a man he is insecure about, it's not even about the player at this point. It's about the player's partner. And this woman, this man is like, how did she tame him? How did he tame her? Let me go around and let me show off my tits, my ass, my dick, my looks, and whatever the shit that is. And imagine this, when you and I are with players, they do not think deep. They only think from their dick, they only think from their vagina. So when they have another clone of themselves showing up in their bells and whistles, they start comparing a divine man, a divine woman like you and I with them. Because these are materialistic hoes. Of course that happened, right? Like he left me very arrogantly. And I bet you this is not the only woman I know about. So I don't think this man was ever serious with me, to a point where he came in and out after. He came out more arrogant. We met 3-4 times, like once in a year after. And he came off more arrogant because I started speaking on social media, right? So he wanted to shut me the f*** up. And that's it. That's why. So I just realized how bad, how evil people can be. Some people are just soulless. Even how much of a good you are, I can tell you today, some people will never care how you feel as long as it feeds them and their ego. And today we have wholesome men and women like you and I still struggling and still putting our pieces together, going through struggles in life, going through losses after losses, only because we couldn't make that right decision for ourselves. Just to understand that, not every man or every woman that walks in our life comes in with an intention of not playing with us. Actually, most of the men and women that you and I have attracted, unfortunately, which has also made us cross with God at one point in our life, where we had to find our relationship with God again, because we just didn't understand why we were dropped in spite of doing everything right for a man, right? And at the same time, I don't understand why these whores are so much on our ass, because at the end of the day, this man chose your vagina over mine, for example, if that's what you want to hear. Yes, yours is better. Okay, your stinky, broken vagina is better. Because that's what this man's character is. Flip the sexes. Your broken DICK is way better than his. Because that's what this woman's character is. But at the end of the day, I don't understand that a player will never accept that they are just broken children who are constantly looking for instant gratification, who are constantly looking for constant gratification. And that instant, constant gratification, having bodies and bodies, makes them feel secure about themselves. So many a times you and I walk into a player's and a player's life because we have that purpose on ourselves. And unfortunately, it's a very bad fucking purpose at this point, because I really do not want to be born with this purpose again. And it is going to end with me. Because my descendants are not going to go with this, and none of my descendants will ever get with a fucking player or playboy or fuckboy or fuck girl or play girl. Because at the end of the day, these people feel prideful about the fact for bullying an earth angel like you and I, for bullying a good man, a good woman like you and I. So I just pray to God that I never see this man again, because he is a walking trigger, he is a walking trauma for me. And it's the audacity of some players, because sometimes you feel energetically when somebody's calling out to you, and how much of a person has improved, because I don't think this man has an angelic bone in him. He is a demon. And it's so scary to date players now. And I think because I didn't take dating seriously, but I also, when I met him, I was celibate. So I was actively looking for a husband. So I really thought God has finally sent me a good man. But I'll tell you one thing, even if you're going straight and doing everything right by God, test will be thrown to see that if you pass or fail. And had I passed it, I would have been in a very different place. But I've lost 3-4 years of my life over somebody who was never mine, who's never going to be mine, and I don't want him to be around me anymore. His thought annoys me. And I honestly just pray that I haven't missed out on my actual soulmate who I really have a soul contract with. And if it was this man indeed, he's ruined the contract. So please, God, take him the away and bring me the person who's actually supposed to be with me, because I'm also very glad, and you should be really glad for these kind of experiences, because now I think you and I have way more control, while we always had it, on how we show up in a relationship and how quickly we do things for somebody. Because when you and I keep doing things for players, a real man, a real woman, an honest man, an honest woman will give back, because they want to give back. But a player will take, then will laugh about it, and then will complain about it to his folks of how it's not good enough. And the reason why their folks feel comfortable attacking you, because this man, this woman has no control on his wretched mouth. Because we become the topic of discussion, because that's how he or she is building his or her broken relationships with his or her ex, with his or her family who don't love him, don't like her, don't like him, will never accept them, and to his new whore. Because everybody needs a topic of discussion to build a relationship. Because people who are small-minded like this, they come from small-minded people, and they surround themselves with small-minded people. So when you and I come around, they don't recognize us. Instead, they try to convert us into being a small-minded person. And when we don't become that, they take that as an attack. So they'll do everything in their power discussing us with groups and herds of animals like them, where they feel right. And their people, their enablers, be like, son, you're right. Friend, you're right. Brother, you're right. Do this to her. Flip the sexes. Girl, you're right. Daughter, you're right. Do this to him. And he'll be like, yes. She'll be like, yeah. They come all guns blazing at you and I, as a man or a woman, for being good to them. And then shaming us for being so good. To a point where this man is like, yeah, you are just always available. There's no chasing. He took advice from his 20-year-old sister. That's when I knew, oh my God, have I gotten into? A 33-year-old man is getting advice from a 20-year-old and then coming attacking me. And that dumb sister is for the community who didn't even know me again. There's somebody out there who's actively getting involved with a man or woman right now who has a demonic family, demonic exes, demonic attached to him, attached to her. And he's just projecting everything on you because you are only there to be his therapist. You're only there to speak with her, to speak with him, to pay for her, pay for him. He is going to leave you. She is going to leave you. And trust me, your sex is going to be trash because he's actively complaining and laughing about how you perform and how sad the sex life is with you. With the he's cheating on you with the he's cheating on you with, the insult. And that's how these players allow low down into yours and my life. And that's how today, even after 3 years, 5 years, these think that they have the license to attack us because they can't tame the player. They can't tame the playette like you and I did. Because you have no emotional depth. You all are the chosen ones. So get off my back, man. Get off her back. Get off his back. And for the player who's broken you, broken me of all the relationships you've had, that one player who finally was a whiplash for you, is like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? If ever you are considering that player to get back in your life, please be very careful. Remember all the juju he brought you. Remember all the bad juju she brought you. Remember all the abuse. And it always starts with emotional abuse, sexual abuse. And if it gets to a point where physical abuse has already happened, what the f*** are you doing back by taking back this man or this woman? Even if he or she is a saint today, you are not that. So don't ruin your life. Because this man's presence, this woman's presence only brought losses that you are still paying for while he built a new life, while she built a new life with another man, with another woman. And these are disgrace of people which I will never accept. And more so remember all the people that came attached to him that are still focused on you. Remember all the people she came attached to, still focused on you, when you have no ties with these people. And all the losses that they've put you through. Because they couldn't tame the player like you could. Because that's your spirit, that's your God's life, that's your godly spirit. And it was God giving this player one final chance at life. So at the end of the day, I will never accept that man back. You should never accept that man or that woman back. Even if they have the biggest realization, because at the end of the day, a player will finally realize the man, the woman they left you for, or the men, the women they left you for are just like them. And that's when they realize. So before you accept them back, just see the progress you've made. Just see where you are today. And if you don't like where you are today, don't add on to your issues, and you don't need to be nice. And I'm talking to those people who are fully over it. I'm not talking to those people who are waiting for your ex. This video is not for you. Unless you want to learn and progress and do better. But at the end of the day, just imagine and ask yourself, had that woman he got with, had that man he got with, or multiple, had they not turned out to be, or had they not realized the truth, had the lies still be concealed, and had the truth still be concealed, would he be back to you? Would she be back to you? Or did he just come back to you because it didn't work out with them? Did she just come back to you because it didn't work out with them? Because at the end of the day, he will never be emotionally fulfilled. His soul is never going to be full. Her soul is never going to be full. So let them live on a materialistic level and let them die on that level. You are nowhere to be found anymore. Make it clear to whoever it is, how much of a love was there. Just remember, the love was always fake. The man, the woman always came with a timeline while you discussed blatantly everything you felt for this man, this woman. So a man, a woman like that is a devil's kin. The depression you went through and how this man left you with all his baggage that he brought on you, with all her baggage that she brought on you. So today, if you're finally coming out of it, because that version, he committed a murder, she committed a murder, because that version of you doesn't exist. So don't bring that version back, because there's nothing here. Because this man, this woman is just walking trauma for you and for me. And once I cry over you, as a lover, if I cry in front of you, as a lover and you laugh on that, you laugh about that, you are dead. 6 feet under, 12 feet under to me. And that's how you should be. Remember that and respect yourself. So you don't need to be a saint, and keep them at a fucking distance. Guilt is one thing, regret is one thing. Let them keep it for themselves. And I don't even know if they ever truly genuinely feel regret, because it's only because they're going through karma. So understand and realize that. And go find yourself a man who really respects you, who wants to see you happy too, who wants to hear you out too. Flip the sexes. Find a woman who wants to see you happy too. I love you.